Now at noon, it's been over a week since storms ripped through Iowa. We're live from Cedar Rapids as cleanup continues. And Democrats are laying out their case against President Trump, plus what to expect in day 2 of the DNC.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Right now, President Trump is in Iowa touring storm damage following the recent derecho that caused extensive damage to the state. Officials in Iowa say that the damage to homes and farms is close to $4 billion. It's been more than a week since those strong storms hit Iowa, but cleanup has been slow, steady, and difficult. Our Gabriela Becerra is live from Cedar Rapids, where cleanup efforts are underway. Gabby?
Hey, Mark, as you can see, this street is still lined with tons of branches from the fallen trees left behind in the storm. Volunteer crews are cleaning up and making repairs where they can, but they say their work has only just started. Now, this street is just a small portion of the destruction left behind from this storm. Residents tell us damage is widespread and unlike anything they've seen before.
It just hit. I mean, you know how rain kind of comes in? It just hit. And
Stay with Channel 3 and News 3 Now tonight as we follow along with a Wisconsin man who is spending his time helping clean up his neighboring state.
All right, Gabby, thank you very much. Another sunny and pleasant day across southern Wisconsin. Let's head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first warm forecast. Hi, Chris.
Good afternoon, Mark. No destructive storms across the country as of this afternoon. We're seeing the sunshine right here at home, here in Madison, along with the decorator clouds, really just creating a beautiful picture on the sky there. 73 is our temperature right now. The air is calm, so there's not much of a breeze, but as you get a little bit closer to the lake, typically you feel a little bit of some wind coming off of it. Dew points, though, they're down, and I'm going to show you just how dry that air is here in a moment. 75 in Janesville right now, 75 for Wautoma as well. Platteville coming in at 74, Watertown at 74, Juneau at 71. Here are those dew points really down into the upper 40s for a lot of folks. When you get your dew points into the upper 40s, especially at this time of the year, this is where it almost starts to feel that fall crispness, per se, when you step outside. It's still summer. After all, we're going to see summer-like temperatures, but it is starting to feel a little crisp out there. No showers or thunderstorms on radar. Of course, that's to be expected with air this dry, so look for sunshine sticking around all afternoon long. We're going to see highs right around 77 mark, but today is the coolest day this week before we begin to warm things back up, and I am already fine-tuning when we could see that next chance for showers and thunderstorms.
All right, we'll check back in a few minutes. Thank you, Chris. The first virtual political convention kicked off last night as the Democrats began their 4-day process to nominate Joe Biden as the party's presidential candidate. Former First Lady Michelle Obama headlining the first night. Night 2 will bring together what the Democrats are calling rising stars as keynote speakers. Skylar Henry has more details from Capitol Hill.
The virtual Democratic convention kicked off with a mixture of live and tape speeches. Former First Lady Michelle Obama capped off night 1, taking direct aim at President Trump.
He is clearly in over his head. He cannot meet this moment. He simply cannot be who we need him to be for us. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Referenced the president's response when recently asked about the high number of daily U.S. deaths from the coronavirus. Senator Bernie Sanders also attacked the president's COVID response.
Nero fiddled while Rome burned. Trump golfs.
Democrats held a virtual moment of silence for George Floyd, whose death sparked calls for police reform.
People of all races, all ages, all genders, all backgrounds, peacefully protesting in the name of love and unity. It's a fitting legacy for our brother, but George should be alive today.
Democrats traditionally use night 2 to showcase one of the party's rising stars. Tonight, they're switching it up with a convention keynote address that features 17 different speakers. One of them will be former Georgia gubernatorial candidate and voting rights activist Stacey Abrams. We'll also hear from Joe Biden's wife, Dr. Jill Biden.
What Jill is best at helping me do is figure out who the people around me would be most compatible with me. She knows me, I think, better than I know me.
Dr. Biden previewed her speech this morning, tweeting that she will deliver it from the classroom, where she used to teach. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Some others in the lineup for speakers at the convention tonight include Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, former Secretary of State John Kerry, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and former President Bill Clinton. Vice President Mike Pence will be campaigning in Darien, Wisconsin tomorrow. We'll have live coverage of the Vice President's visit tomorrow right here on News 3 Now and always on channel3000.com. Well, today marks 100 years since women got the right to vote. The Constitution's 19th Amendment was ratified on August 18, 1920. The House of Representatives and Senate had approved the amendment the previous year, sending it to the states for ratification. 3/4 of states had to ratify it, and the last one needed to do so was Tennessee, making it part of the Constitution. President Donald Trump says that he'll pardon Susan B. Anthony, a leader in the women's suffrage movement who was arrested for voting in 1872 in violation of laws permitting only men to vote. Anthony was arrested for voting in her hometown of Rochester, New York, and convicted in a widely publicized trial. Although she refused to pay the fine, authorities declined to take further action. Trump says he'll issue the pardon later today. That's 100 years after the ratification of the 19th Amendment, which ensures the right of women to vote and which is named for Anthony. Over 66,000 cases of COVID-19 have been reported in Wisconsin. Right now, 66,400 cases, including 1,046 deaths, have been reported. DHS says that over 56,000 people have recovered and about 8,500 cases remain active. The coronavirus claimed another 445 lives in the U.S. Monday, while the number of confirmed cases is approaching 5.5 million. The University of North Carolina's main campus reversed course yesterday, 1 week into the fall semester. It shut down undergraduate classrooms after detecting several COVID clusters among students. At Oklahoma State University, 23 members of a sorority tested positive, and there are now 58 confirmed cases at Notre Dame, an increase of 15 cases in 24 hours. Dr. Anthony Fauci says there are really troublesome signs that coronavirus can cause long-term consequences.
Even in individuals who are young and otherwise healthy, who don't require hospitalization, but do get sick, when you work them up, they have a substantially high proportion of cardiovascular abnormalities.
Although North Carolina is moving virtually, they are still allowing their student athletes to practice and play sports this upcoming fall season. Well, following the announcement of the Big Ten postponing fall sports, parents of athletes in the conference are gathering to organize a peaceful protest at the league office. According to CBS Sports, the father of an Ohio State athlete posted on Twitter that he, along with many other parents, are planning on peacefully protesting outside the Big Ten commissioner's office, Kevin Warren's office, that is on Friday. Last week, Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields created a petition to reinstate the 2020 football season. As of this morning, the petition had almost 270,000 signatures. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. We'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Cucumbers are in abundance, so join us as we whip up all sorts of favorites with them. You're not going to want to miss this.
What if I told you that hiring Bowler & Vaughn after an injury is free, and we don't get paid unless you do?
Really? Is that true?
It is true. Your first call is free, and we don't get paid until you do.
Seriously injured? Call Bowler & Vaughn.
Wouldn't it be nice to not have to deal with your messy gutters anymore? Leave that nasty chore in the rearview mirror with a new Leaf Guard gutter system. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how Leaf Guard's patented design keeps leaves and debris out so you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. And now is the best time to get Leaf Guard. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Surgenian's 90-year history means you pay $90 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad, your furniture moved, and your old carpet recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
Our seniors that are being hit the hardest, they're frightened. And I want them to know that their health and safety will be my responsibility if I'm your president. And I'll have from day one, ready to go, the best medical experts and scientists to advise on our response. And I will not abandon you. It's a simple proposition, folks. We're all in this together. We got to fight this together. We'll emerge from this stronger because we did it together. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
What if I told you sometimes nursing homes don't provide the right kind of care, and it can result in abuse and neglect for your loved ones?
Really? How do I find out what's going on?
Call Bowler and Vaughn.
We'll help you find the answers you need and deserve.
This time of year, our markets and farm stands are bursting with an abundance of fresh produce. And that means it's time that we get creative. So I picked up a bunch of cukes and brought them back here to the test kitchen, and we went to town. First, we made our crisp cucumber salad that is the perfect summer side dish no matter what you're serving. And if you've never had homemade tzatziki sauce, which is a Greek-style cucumber and yogurt sauce, are you missing out? It's just as good on a hero as it is on a salad. And one of my new favorites, bite-sized cucumber and cheese bites. To make them, all we do is cut cukes that we scored with a fork into half-inch slices and top each one with anything from store-bought hummus to one of those herb cheese spreads. My favorite topping, though, is where we mix cream cheese and mayonnaise together, along with some ranch seasoning and chopped chives. The results are perfect little bites that are both adult and kid-friendly. To get the recipe for our cucumber ranch bites, as well as all of the other recipes I shared with you, simply go to our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found fresh from the garden way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, another sunny and mild day across the area, but we could see showers and maybe even some thunderstorms later on this week. Meteorologist Chris Reese has more in your First Warn forecast next.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
Let's summer. Let's dine out by truly dining out. Let's serve up the freshest of food with a side of fresh air. And save a little money without sacrificing the savory. Let's raise our tongues to tasty by introducing our grills to new thrills and make mouths water more than a backyard slip and slide. Let's live a little more by having another s'more. Because summer is here, and no one does summer savings like Festival Foods.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. We know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. When you shop at McGann's, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples just starting out to people my age, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. Plus, most purchases include free delivery and setup. Shop McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
We're seeing it again.
The virus spreading out of control. The president once again failing to act. Joe Biden knows we need to listen to medical experts and take action now. That starts by expanding testing, calling for mask mandates nationwide, starting immediately, and producing more protective gear here at home. Fighting this virus and rebuilding our economy will take a president who's ready to lead.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
This year, school is going to be full of changes.
What will school be like, and how can we make sure our kids are safe?
We're getting the answers you need to help you prepare.
So keep an eye on News 3 Now this morning and get ready to go back to school.
For students heading back to in-person classes this year, how will mealtimes be different? One local district has been testing out a safer meal plan this summer. Will it work in the fall?
We are adhering to all of those guidelines in the best way that we most possibly can.
On the next News 3 Now this morning. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blain's Farm and Fleet.
Back to the office hiring spree for Amazon, and months without plans can mean extra cash on hand. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
The world's biggest retailer says profits soared 79% from a year ago as people turned their pandemic purchasing to Walmart. Its e-commerce site saw a 97% boost as consumers opted for contactless delivery or curbside pickup, and net income rose to nearly $6.5 billion. Although offices are closed across the country, Amazon is making a bet on a return to the workspace. The e-commerce giant is expanding its physical footprint in a half dozen cities across the U.S. With the move, Amazon says it wants to fill 3,500 corporate jobs in New York, Detroit, San Diego, Denver, Phoenix, and Dallas. A second round of buyouts at Boeing. The plane maker says it will be offering employees another voluntary separation package that includes pay and benefits. Boeing says it expects to face significant challenges ahead despite seeing signs of recovery. And despite the pandemic upending many people's finances, some Americans have managed to save money. According to a new survey by Mass Mutual, about a fifth of households say they have saved at least $1,000 during the pandemic. Of those who managed to squirrel away some money, the top contributing factor was no longer traveling, followed by not spending on nightlife. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thank you, Diane. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials down 29 points. The NASDAQ, though, up 66. The S&P 500 up just about 9. Farm Director Pam Yankee is here with today's Ag News. Hi, Pam.
How you doing? Apparently, our Wisconsin field crops are doing very well. The latest update from the Wisconsin Ag Statistical Service shows that across the state, the winter wheat harvest is about wrapped up. According to reporters, we've got 94% of our winter wheat in. It looks very, very good. We've got about 72% of our oats that have been combined. And as far as the potato crop is concerned, 20% of that has already been dug up and harvested. The other good news about potato crop is that 98% is rated good to excellent. That's outstanding and definitely an improvement in just 1 week's time. Speaking of improvement, our corn and soybean crop in Wisconsin enjoying a little bit more moderate weather. Across the state, 84% of our corn is rated good to excellent. 85% of our soybeans are good to excellent. Part of the reason why I bring that up is right now the Pro Farmer Crop Tour is rolling across the Corn Belt. They started yesterday in southeastern South Dakota, northeastern Nebraska. They said, well, it is not a great crop. It is a good crop. And that's saying something. Those particular areas that we're scouting have been suffering with dry weather conditions really since spring planting. Now, when everybody is going to be paying attention is as this agronomy group starts making their way across Iowa. They'll start in the west today and basically make their way all the way across about I-80. Remember, the crop tour wraps up on Thursday right around Rochester, Minnesota. COVID-19 is going to prevent those folks from getting together for face-to-face note collections, but they are still going to be sharing all their information virtually. And like I said, everybody waiting to see what their observations tell them about Iowa. On the eastern side of the Corn Belt, they said that things are looking very good. In fact, a little bit of a surprising very good coming out of states like Ohio and Indiana. If you want more farm news anytime, day or night, things I can't stretch into the farm show here on News 3, you pop on over to MidwestFarmReport.com, or, of course, you can always follow me and see what's going on social media. Fabulous Farm Babe. We'd love to have you. So just a quick snapshot of what's happening as far as food news for a Tuesday. Have a great day.
You too, Pam. Thank you. Here's Chris now with a nice forecast for today.
Today feels amazing, Mark. Seasonably warm temperatures are sticking around through the rest of most of the week. We're also going to be staying dry, but I'm already keeping my eyes on that next chance for showers and thunderstorms that looks at this point to arrive sometime around Saturday. Here's our overall setup right now. I always say when you see the blue H, think blue skies, and that is what is overhead for us. It's keeping us cooler, too. It's back towards the west. Winds go clockwise around areas of high pressure, so that's sending our winds out of the north. One other thing I'm watching, though, this is the leading edge of some warmer air that's going to try to creep in here as we get a little bit closer towards the weekend. What that'll really do is just set the stage for some additional rain chances. But for the most part, radar is clear over the upper Midwest going through today. A couple showers and thunderstorms really across the high plains. But for us right here in south central Wisconsin, we are getting outside and enjoying this kind of a view. 73 is where we find our temperature. The air is calm. There's really not that much of a breeze, but that's okay because it feels good outside. If there was a breeze, it might even feel just a little bit chilly because of how dry the air actually is. 74 in Watertown right now. The Dells coming in at 72. We're at 70 as you work your way back down towards Monroe. Here's how I expect things to shape up for us going through the rest of this afternoon. This is 4:30. Peak heating of the day, you still see these winds coming out of the north. That's not going to allow us to warm up all that much. So I'm expecting that high right around 77 degrees or so. Overnight, the high pressure starts to slide towards the east a little bit. This is going to allow our winds to come out of the south and southwest moving into tomorrow. With that, we add a couple degrees to the high. So look for tomorrow's highs right around 80, and we'll pretty much be into the low 80s for those highs as we go through the rest of the week. Here's that overall upper air pattern. I talked about that warm front. Remember its placement. Here's that leading edge of warmer air trying to work its way on in here, but I want to show you something that begins to set up as we move into Friday. Watch what's happening in Canada. There's some cooler air that's starting to take shape and dive down towards the south and east. Well, Friday night into Saturday, we see that leading edge of some cooler air working its way into Wisconsin. That is a cold front. That leads to our next chances for showers of thunderstorms. In fact, Future Track is already seeing that front moving in, and by Saturday afternoon, that's going to be our best chance, at least as of now, to see some showers of thunderstorms. The reality is it's Tuesday. We're talking Saturday. In weather world, there are always changes between Tuesday and Saturday, but nonetheless, we're going to keep you up to date as we go throughout the week on what we're expecting there. You can see that in our temperature forecast as well. 80s show up for Friday and Saturday. We're talking low to mid 80s, and then our temperatures are likely to dip back below normal as we begin to move into that extended forecast, looking out through parts of next week. But with temperatures below normal at this time of the year, that typically means we have some drier air coming in out of Canada. That keeps temperatures in the 70s. That keeps the sunshine around. The humidity stays low as well. For it being the dog days of summer,
not bad.
It feels good.
Yeah, it does feel good.
We're getting lucky right here.
We need some rain, though.
For now. We do need some rain. I've seen the grass in a lot of yards. People need to turn on some sprinklers or something.
Maybe this weekend.
I know. We'll see.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Ahead on News 3 Now at noon, the Girl Scouts have a new flavor, a new cookie we're going to tell you about right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Find your style with Patriot Lighting at Menards. This LED cloud light features adjustable color temperature and it's Energy Star rated. Right now, just $78.99 after 11% rebate. Update your flooring with Tarkat Vinyl Plank. Designed to outperform the rigors of daily wear, Vinyl Plank is waterproof, making it perfect for kitchens, bathrooms, and laundry rooms. Right now, all Tarkat Vinyl Plank is 11% off at Menards.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our community.
As you look forward to the future, Beaver Dam Assisted Living will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Together, we're moving forward to help you live life with confidence. Call today to schedule your tour.
These days, Social Security is denying more disability claims than ever. If you can't work, it can be harder to win benefits. I'm attorney Don Becker. Now more than ever, you need an experienced disability lawyer. For over 30 years, my firm has helped people win benefits. Disability law is all we do.
The Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
To fix the economy, we have to get control over the virus. I'm releasing a plan to save lives in the months ahead. We need increased federal support for testing, doubling the number of drive-through testing sites. We absolutely need a clear message from the very top of our federal government that everyone needs to wear a mask in public. Every single frontline worker should have the personal protective equipment that they need to be safe. We need to support schools and child care programs so parents, if and when they can return to work, are confident that their children will be safe and cared for. And finally, we need to protect the populations most at risk, our seniors, vulnerable populations with pre-existing conditions. We need real plans, real guidelines with uniform nationwide standards. It's a simple proposition, folks. We're all in this together. We got to fight this together. We'll emerge from this stronger because we did it together. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Well, the Girl Scouts have done it again. This time they're introducing a cookie that's perfect for your breakfast. Today, the group announced a new cookie flavor to get your mouths watering, introducing Tostier. It's a French toast-inspired cookie dipped in icing. And if you're worried the coronavirus pandemic will make it hard to get your hands on this new treat and your old favorites, don't worry. Girl Scouts will continue to sell cookies online, but you still have to wait. Tostier won't be available until cookie season officially starts in January. Something to look forward to, Chris.
Yes, it is.
Tostier.
January. Oh, I think I got you confused there. I'm kidding. We are still enjoying some absolutely summer-like weather right now. Temperatures are comfortable as they are right around 73 degrees. We're topping out at 77 later on this afternoon. 80s return for Wednesday, and then we're going to be in the 80s really all the way through the rest of the weekend into early next week. Now, a cold front comes through on Saturday, and that's going to bring a chance of showers and thunderstorms, but watch how that really begins to settle things down in the days to follow. A gradual temperature drop each and every day that comes with lower humidity and an abundance of sunshine. Now, things have been very dry across the upper Midwest as of lately, but we're going to watch that rain chance on Saturday just to see what we can get in terms of a good drink of water around here, especially for the ground and the vegetation. But ultimately, this forecast is full of sunshine.
All right, thank you, Chris. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a good afternoon.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
It is an embarrassing indictment of the petty politics of the Wisconsin legislature that Dawn Krim's title remains Secretary-Designee of the Department of Safety and Professional Services. Republican legislative leaders Voss and Fitzgerald no doubt continue to revel in the disrespect for both Krim and Governor Evers. But their mean-spirited and vengeful conniptions got old long ago, and now they're just juvenile and irresponsible. To her credit, Krim, like the other secretary-designees Voss and Fitzgerald have kept dangling, has conducted herself with dignity and the utmost professionalism, showing more patience than the situation deserves. But in their effort to obstruct the governor and exert their political gamesmanship, Voss and Fitzgerald are slighting a good and talented person and the citizens of Wisconsin. Someone in the Republican caucus must have enough integrity to see the pettiness in all this and give Secretary Krim the respect of a confirmation vote.